Teacher Talking Sports, what it does, what it do, how we live. And there was that one time, actually for a long time, a narrative that Kirk Cousins really struggled in prime time games. Was something that was always brought up when you would mention where you rank Kirk Cousins in the quarterback hierarchy. Well, he's kind of gotten past that in recent years. I mean, even this year, Thursday night game against the Buccaneers, threw for 509 yards. So you don't hear it anymore. And now the guy you most hear it about is Daniel Jones of the New York Giants. Boy, has he been quite awful in prime time games. Of course, the Giants played last night and they only scored 7 points. Yes, they missed a couple field goals, but still, just one touchdown drive, and it was a Tyrone Tracy run. So this is via Jordan Renan of ESPN. I should have had it up. There we go. All right. Daniel Jones isn't just 1-14 in primetime games, so obviously quite the miserable record in primetime games. He hasn't thrown a touchdown pass in his last 7 primetime starts per ESPN Stats Info. That's hard to fathom. Overall, Jones has 12 touchdown passes to 20 interceptions in primetime games. I mean, he kind of makes Ryan Leaf, Jamarcus Russell look like good quarterbacks with that record in primetime games and that touchdown to interception ratio. Man, 7 straight primetime starts without a touchdown pass. That is ridiculous. And CBS Sports brought in more numbers to show how woeful Jones has been in primetime. Douglas Clawson and Cody Benjamin, Daniel Jones' primetime struggles continue versus Bengals. Giants quarterback with worst record under lights since 1970. It goes over a few numbers. So you see, with at least 10 starts, that 0.71 win percentage. The guy ahead of him, Andy Dalton, with the second worst, that win percentage almost 3 times better, as he is 6-21. Jones' only win in prime time was against the Commanders in December 2022. 2012 victory ended on a questionable non-call, potential pass interference on the Giants in the end zone on fourth down with the Commanders driving to tie the game. Yes, remember that game quite well. Also, we see here, so career in prime time started off miserably, 3 straight losses by double figures. Okay. Then 4 games where they lost by a combined 7 points, but he didn't come through when they needed to. Then another 20-point loss, and then of late it hasn't gone good. Held close with the Cowboys, but just like the Bengals, those were defense first games where the Giants' defense performed well, their offense didn't just show up enough. And career stats we see in prime time, 1-14 now. Renan said 12 touchdowns and 20 interceptions. Here it says 12-19. I mean, I'm not sure which is correct, but both aren't good. We see not prime time, a 500 record and 52 touchdowns to 22 interceptions. So pretty crazy how stark the difference is between Jones in prime time and Jones in non-prime time games. I can't imagine many quarterbacks having as stark a difference as Jones does. But one more chance. Apparently, he's got a game against the Cowboys later in prime time. But as a Giants fan, let me just say, please stop playing him in prime time. It's almost a guaranteed loss, as we can see. I took the Bengals. I make my weekly picks. I didn't really think twice about it. I think the Bengals were favored by 3 or 3.5. I took them, and of course, they covered. But just when it looks like there's a little positive momentum going on with Jones performing a little better. He has a performance like he did last night. Just an awful interception he threw. Yes, his arm was hit, but I don't know what he was thinking. Trying to throw the ball out of the end zone. Yes, they were without Malik Neighbors, but they performed fine without him against the Seahawks. And yes, you could say they're without Devlin Singletary, but honestly, Tyrone Tracy's kind of looked better, and he's not putting the ball on the ground like Singletary was. But what brutal numbers in primetime performances for Daniel Jones. Anyhow, don't forget to subscribe. Tell a friend, tell a friend, tell a friend to subscribe. Like the video, share the video, hit the bell for notifications. I'm out.